Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new City Collection from Aer. And I've been super impressed with how many great bags the company has been releasing this year between updating their active collection of bags and then their collaboration with Ministry of Supply. The Lunar Pack has still been one of my favorite, if not my favorite bags of the year. So I was very curious to see what they would be bringing with the City Collection. The collection includes an awesome new minimal everyday carry bag that just has a really sleek style and some great organizational options. The Split Kit, which is a minimal kind of tech organizer. And then they also have an updated version of their popular City Sling. So just really solid items all throughout. I'm excited to dive into them with you, show you how I've loaded them out. But before doing so, I want to thank the company for sending the items for me to test out. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the outside of the City Pack, I really love the overall aesthetic. Even though this is called the City Collection, this actually reminded me a little bit of their travel collection. This almost looks like a small EDC size travel pack too, which I absolutely love. The aesthetic on the travel pack has been one of my favorites over the years, so I was really happy to see them bring it to a bag of this size. It's still very minimal and modern, but not quite as sleek as something like their work collection. So to me, this aesthetic is going to be maybe more versatile or appealing to a larger number of people, and is going to work great whether you're walking around the city, taking this into the office, or traveling. And then moving into the materials, on the exterior you have the 1680D ballistic nylon that Aer has used on many of their other bags. This has always held up well over the years to rougher usage. I like how much weather resistance it offers. And then you also have some great YKK zippers all throughout. Continuing along the outside of the bag, on the bottom here you have a very kind of minimal Aer logo and a few pull tabs to help you open up the zippered compartment that we'll take a look at later in the video. And then I was very happy to see that you have an external water bottle pocket, which is able to hold the same 20-ounce water bottle that you've seen in a lot of my other daily bag videos. And that fit in there pretty comfortably. The compartment has some elasticity, so it should be able to accommodate something a little bit thicker, but not too much. Once you add a very bulky water bottle, it's probably going to start to slip out or eat up some of the space from the main compartment. So something to keep in mind, but I do like that because it has that elasticity, when you're not using it, the pocket hugs the bag to kind of maintain a cleaner overall look. And then above the water bottle compartment, you have this plastic kind of D-ring here, which might be a good spot to attach something with a carabiner. I've used this to attach a luggage tag when I've used it on the travel pack too. It has a similar style ring, but a lot of the time I usually just kind of leave it alone and don't really touch it. And then on the top and side of the bag, you have some really nice handles that are going to be great for maybe putting this into an overhead storage compartment or for carrying this like a briefcase when you don't want to wear the bag on your back. The handles have the same seatbelt-like material that we've seen in a lot of Aer's other bags, so it's really comfortable. It's pretty thick, so even if you're holding this for a longer period of time, it doesn't feel like it's going to dig into your fingers. And then I like that the handles are fairly flush against the bag. It's still pretty easy to reach down and grab them when you need to, but they don't stick out awkwardly either when they're not in use. Moving into the capacity, according to the company's site, the bag comes in at about 14 liters. Based on the number of items I was able to fit, it felt closer to 18 liters or so. Regardless, to me, this has been a great daily carry bag size. I was able to hold all the items that I normally like to carry with me, and it didn't feel overly packed out. And then I like that even when the bag is full, it maintains a really slim silhouette and hugs my back nicely, which makes it great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and carrying on to pretty much any domestic or international airline. As far as sizing, the bag that this most closely reminded me of in Aer's line is the Day Pack 2. They were able to hold a similar amount of stuff. In the footage here, you can get a side-by-side view of the two in case you're kind of curious which one might be better for you. Taking a look at the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I love how the straps have been implemented here. They have a nice foam padding that feels really soft right out of the box. On the inside, they have this meshy material to help prevent moisture from building up. And then these straps also have a nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. I also really love the contoured shape of the straps. And then something new that we haven't seen on Aer's bags before is this kind of extra fabric that comes out at the shoulders that allows the bag to shape a little bit better on your back and just give you a much more comfortable fit than we've seen with some of their other bags. So a great improvement here. This reminds me a lot
of kind of the Evergood style harness system that we've seen on bags like the CPL24 and the CHC22. So great addition there. And then on the straps, you also have an adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight that has a very nice magnetic buckle, which makes it very easy to get this on and off. Moving into the back paneling, this has also felt great. It has the same padding that we saw on the shoulder straps with the meshy material to help with breathability. And then I like that the padding has this elevation to create an air channel to provide you with plenty of ventilation while you're walking around throughout the day. And then on the back, you also have a nice luggage pass-through that's going to allow you to rest this on a suitcase while traveling to save some weight on your back. Jumping into the organizational options, the bag has a lot of great pocketing all throughout. The layout here is going to be very, very similar to something like the Day Pack 2 with the addition of maybe this extra pocket on the front, which is where I'll start. You have just a simple zippered compartment that has a very rugged aqua guard and a zipper garage here on the side, so it feels like anything that you place into this compartment is going to be well protected against the elements. You have the pull tabs that I mentioned a little bit earlier to allow you to open this easily. On the inside here, this is a little bit of a flatter compartment, but it still has enough volume to be usable for some of those items that you need to get to just really quickly. So I tossed in a lightning cable with a power brick to charge my tablet and my phone. And then I also threw in a little headlamp that I've been using when I've been out and about at night for walking my dog or riding my bike or something like that. It's just something that I like to have with me. Plenty of space for that in there. And then on the inside, you also have a little lanyard with a plastic clip, which is going to be a great spot to attach something like your keys or a multi-tool. And then at the top of the bag, you have kind of the signature quick access pocket that Aer includes in so many other bags. They always do a great job with this compartment. It's just super easy to reach in and grab larger items that you might need. It has a well-protected zipper with a zipper garage and this sort of locking style YKK zipper, which won't open easily unless you lift, the zipper tab up. So diving into this one, plenty of volume. I always love, how much space this offers, even for slightly bulkier items. So in this compartment, I currently just tossed in my Ray-Ban sunglasses with their case. Then I also tossed in my Apple AirPods Pro. Even with those items, I still had room to toss in my phone, maybe while going through TSA. And then a nice thing about this compartment is that it has a very soft fleece lining on the inside to help preventing it scratching for anything more delicate that you place in here. And then on the front of the bag, you have a larger admin pocket that's gonna have a lot of internal organization. This layout will feel very familiar if you've seen my videos for the Day Pack 2. The pocketing is almost identical, and I really love how in this style of compartment, this has some flexibility in the flap. It allows me to store something a little bit larger near the top. It just kind of molds around anything that I place in here. If I have something like this Aer Slim pouch, which I have laying here, which didn't fit into the main compartment and is something that I want to grab quickly, I can just toss it in here, and because of this flexible layout, it works very nicely. And then on the inside, you just have a lot of little slip pockets that you can use for any of these smaller items that you want to grab easily during the day. Before jumping into those, I wanted to call out at the bottom, this compartment does go all the way down, and it has some space here for placing something like a pouch or some gloves or a jacket. And then down at the bottom, you have a few elastic slip pockets that are going to be a little bit larger. I like how much volume these provide for something like a laptop charger or maybe a GoPro. For me, I just have a little tin that has some Band-Aids and ointment, and then I also tossed in a deck of playing cards. And then moving up along the back, you have more slip pockets on the left. Again, another slightly larger one, which is great for bulkier items. I really love the elasticity provided here, as it kind of not only gives you more flexibility with what you can store, but it prevents it from slipping out easily. So in this one, I just tossed in my GoPro, and then next to that, you have one slot for a pen, or in my case, I just placed a flashlight. This is a little bit of a larger slot, so it's gonna be able to hold a Sharpie or any type of pen. So nice to have that. And then next to that compartment, you have two additional slip pockets. On the front, you have one that's made out of kind of a meshy material, which comes up a decent amount. This might be a great spot for something like AirPods or a smaller cable or something like that. And then behind that, you have another slightly, maybe less wide slip pocket, which in this case, I just have this little grooming kit that I like to have with me. But it's gonna give you the flexibility to store something like an Apple Magic Mouse or maybe a portable hard drive really easily. And then moving up along the back of the compartment, you have an additional zippered area, which is going to be a great spot for storing any items that don't fit into these pockets, but that you don't want getting lost in this kind of deep area. So in my case, I just tossed in an extra USB-C cable, and I threw in my Aer card holder. This is a nice wallet that I tested out from Aer recently, and it's just something to kind of just showcase the space that's offered here. This goes down about the length of my finger, so not all the way down to the bottom of the compartment, but enough space to hold most of the items that you might need to. And then the last bit of organization that you have in this compartment is a large and deep slip pocket on the back. This is going to be a great place to put something like a magazine or a notebook or a folder. I didn't place anything in here at the moment just because I didn't really have any particular item that I was carrying, but it's nice to have this extra bit of separation so that if you need to grab something like that quickly, it's very easy to do so. And then the last area that we're going to be taking a look at is the main compartment. And this isn't quite a top-loading bag. It doesn't open fully clamshell, but it does have a zipper that goes pretty far down along one side to make it very easy to open this up and see everything that you have on the inside. First thing I'll call out about this main compartment is you can see this is the top quick access area. If you fill this out completely, it is going to take up some capacity from the main area and can kind of get in the way. So you'll just want to keep that in mind as you're loading it out. While we're on the subject of this quick access pocket, I almost forgot to mention that Aer has added a brand new kind of hidden compartment here underneath this area that's going to be perfect for storing one of Apple's new AirTag trackers. So these are great to, keep track of your bag if it happens to get stolen, or just so that you know where it is if you leave it in your car or something like that. I have only just started experimenting with these AirTags, but they've worked great so far. It's awesome to have this very dedicated area for it, and that it's so hidden. If somebody took your bag, they probably wouldn't even know to look there. So nice inclusion there from Aer, and just kind of adapting with all the new gadgets that are on the market today. And then starting off with the items that I have in here, at the top I have the Aer Split Kit, which is a brand new organizer that they've released as part of the City Collection. This is one of the items that I wanted to cover in this video. I love the variety of pouches that Aer has been coming out with recently. They've released the slim pouch, which I featured earlier in the video. You can see here I have a side-by-side of the two items, and the Split Kit is going to be a little bit shorter. As you can see, it's not quite as tall, and they're very different pouches. On the Aer Slim pouch, you have a lot of internal organization and slip pockets, so it's a great tech pouch. On the Split Kit, you have a much simpler overall layout. It has two storage compartments. On the front, you have a very well protected zipper and kind of a flatter area that's going to be great for smaller items. So I just tossed in a little tablet stand. I have a wired pair of headphones, and then I also tossed in a USB drive that I like to have with me. And then on the inside, there's no other internal organization. You can see that there's this kind of meshy material which separates it from the other side. And so nice for any of those items you need to grab quickly. And then you have a larger compartment that doesn't have any internal organization. It's just a nice big open amount of space for anything that you might want to have with you. I just tossed in a USB-C hub that charges my laptop and my other devices, and then a spare cable that has a few different connectors. I have, USB-C, Lightning, all those things that you might need. And I also tossed in a pen. But the coolest thing about this particular pouch is that it has the ability to expand. So it has this zipper along the bottom that you can open up to give yourself a lot more volume. If you wanted to use this as your main tech pouch or toiletry pouch, if you have some of those bulkier items, they're gonna be able to fit in here. You can see there's plenty of volume, and that's also gonna help this pouch stand up nicely when it's packed out. You can just kind of arrive at your destination, put it down, and have easy access to anything that you might need. So really love the versatility of this pouch and how slim it manages to get if you don't expand it. It has this nice handle at the top so you can hang it on your bag or be able to grab it easily. So really nice addition to Aer's already impressive collection of organizational pouches. Jumping back over to the main compartment of the City Pack, down at the bottom I have my DJI Mavic Mini with its hard case. I also tossed in a full-size moleskin notebook, and then I threw in my Levitate portable standing desk, which also fit in there very comfortably. Now with the compartment a little bit empty, you can get a better look at the inside. On the front, you have a few larger slip pockets, again, with a nice amount of elasticity. So if you have something bulkier like a laptop charger, it will fit in here okay. On the one on the right, I just tossed in my BluePop portable Bluetooth speaker and power bank. And then the compartment, even though it's pretty slim, it comes up enough that if you needed to use this as an ultra minimal travel bag in a pinch, you could probably toss in a compressible packing cube, maybe a dop kit on the front, and use this for a few days of travel, maybe a weekend if you needed to. It's not really meant for that purpose, but if you're a minimal packer, you can probably get away with it. And then on the back of the compartment, you have one slip pocket that's gonna be good for, you know, storing something like a tablet. Currently what I have here is my iPad mini, which fit in there comfortably. This sleeve isn't really padded or anything like that. You can see it's elastic, but it's very thin. It's very much just a slip pocket and divider, but I still like having an area to separate that out from the rest of the items in the compartment to at least prevent some risk of scratching. This could also maybe work for holding some documents or a larger tablet. And then the last thing that we're gonna take a look at in the main compartment is the laptop sleeve. So it has a padded area for your device. The sleeve here is a little bit thicker than the slip pocket, and it is suspended off the bottom of the ground, so it's gonna keep your device protected even if you happen to place your bag down a little bit harder. One thing I will mention about this sleeve is it doesn't feel as rigid as the sleeve that we saw in their Day Pack 2 and Tech Pack 2, so I would have liked to have seen maybe just a little bit more padding, but it's nice that it's suspended. On the back, it has a fleece lining to help prevent against scratching, and this is gonna hold up to a 15 or 16-inch laptop comfortably. Currently what I have in here is my 13-inch MacBook Pro, but you can see there's plenty of leftover space at the top. So pulling my device out, now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. And so no fleece lining on the front, which would have been a nice addition to give you that extra bit of protection, but it does come up a decent amount. So if you have a thicker device, it should be able to fit in here okay. And in general, it feels like my device is gonna be well protected while I'm running around throughout the day. So I really love the overall layout of this main area and the amount of capacity that it offers. Just a really well thought out bag all throughout. And if you're looking for a stylish and durable everyday carry and tech backpack, this is gonna be one of the best options that you can check out. Taking a look at the City Sling II, I was pretty excited to have a chance to check this out as I never got to try the original, but I heard some really great things about it. Starting off with the exterior, this has a look that very much blends in with the rest of Aer's product line, so it's very modern and minimalistic styling along with kind of a techie vibe. You know, without the strap, this could almost look like one of the pouches in Aer's expansive line of organizers. So just a really slick aesthetic that feels like it's gonna blend in well when you're walking around the city regardless of whatever outfit you're wearing. And then moving into the exterior, this has a 1680D ballistic nylon similar to the material that we saw on the City Pack. And this is a material that always feels very rugged, offers a lot of weather resistance, and then you have some very nice YKK zippers all around. This one on the front has a pretty rugged aqua guard as well to give you that extra bit of weather resistance. And then moving into the capacity, the Sling comes in at about 2.5 liters as far as volume, so it's definitely a more minimal sling, especially compared to something like Aer's Aer Travel Sling II, which was a little bit larger. It's able to hold a laptop, lots of organizational options. This is definitely for someone who just has more minimal stuff that they need to carry on their day-to-day. So just a few, you know, kind of bulkier items that maybe won't fit into a pocket, and that works nicely for the use case. So it's a nice size for anybody that doesn't want a huge backpack that they need to carry with them. And as far as the volume, you can see that this is kind of at its most expanded state. It sticks out a little bit, but not so much that it becomes overwhelming to carry. But then on the sides, you actually have these buckles that, you know, feel really rugged and durable and also very smooth to allow you to compress this down when it's not quite as full. So if you want an even sleeker look, it's nice to have that ability to just kind of slim it down. And then on the exterior, you have a carrying handle at the top, and then you also have a shoulder strap that you can use to, you know, sling the bag around, wear it on the front, on the back. You can just place this on your shoulder. So the strap itself feels very durable. It has this very smooth material. You have plenty of length, so you can adjust this to match your, you know, body type or however you want to carry this. And then you have this magnetic buckle on the front, which makes it very easy to get the sling bag on and off. Love how well this magnet works. And then because you can separate both of the sides, you actually have the ability on the back to tuck the straps away. If you want to just use this as more of a tech pouch or organizer in your everyday bag, you can hide the straps and then, you know, pull them out whenever you need to if you just want to carry this for your EDC. So really love the flexibility provided by this strap. You know, I do wish that there was a little bit of padding somewhere along the strap, but you know, given the size of the sling, again, it's not a huge deal. You don't really have any sort of breathable material on the back, which isn't terrible considering the small footprint that this will have, but I could see, you know, after wearing this for a longer period of time with maybe a camera or something a little bit heavier, you could still have a little bit of sweat start to build up, but definitely nothing like wearing an actual backpack. And then jumping into the organizational options, I was really impressed with how many pockets were included on such a small sling. There's a great variety, you know, to make it very easy to grab whatever you need to during the day. So starting off on the front, you have this quick access compartment that has the aqua guarded zipper that I mentioned earlier. You have a zipper garage, and this is a little bit of a flatter compartment. This is going to be great for holding just smaller items, particularly when you swing the sling bag around. You can reach into this pocket very easily. And so you have a decent amount of space here for things like your headphones. I have my AirPods Pro. I also tossed in this charging cable that I like to have with me to just, you know, pair with a variety of devices that I have with me on a given day. And then I have a little tablet and phone stand. On the inside of this compartment, you also have a little lanyard and a plastic clip, which is going to be great for attaching something like your keys or a multi-tool. And then at the top, you have a very simple quick access pocket. I like that the zipper is almost a little hidden if you want to place something more sensitive in there. This also rests against your back when you're wearing it, so it just keeps it a little bit more protected. Opening it up on the inside, you don't have any sort of internal organization, but just a nice amount of space for something like a wallet. I currently have the Aer card holder here, but I was able to fit my iPhone 11 Pro very comfortably. This might also be a good spot for something like a little field notes notebook or maybe even a passport while traveling. And then taking a look at the main area, it has a pretty wide opening to make it very easy to see what's on the inside, particularly when you place the bag down maybe on a table. This can be kind of your tech organizer for the day. So I really like the visibility that's provided by this opening and that the bag stays upright pretty well on its own. And so lots of little internal organizers in this larger compartment. Starting off, yes, all the way on the left, you just have one large slip pocket here against the back of the sling where I tossed in the little manicure kit that I like to have with me and a wired pair of headphones that I have in case I run out of battery on my AirPods. And then in the middle of the bag, you have just kind of an area to place some of the bulkier items that don't fit into any of the slip pockets on the side. So this is where I would normally place something like my sunglasses case, which is something I don't want to keep in my pockets. And then I also tossed in my GoPro. And then on the other side of the sling, you have a variety of smaller slip pockets. On the front, they have this kind of elastic mesh, which I'm a big fan of. It feels durable, and I like that because it's mesh, you can kind of see what's on the inside if you have smaller items, and it also gives you plenty of flexibility with what you can store. So I have my little Band-Aid kit in the one on the right, and then on the left, I just have a deck of playing cards. And then on the back, there is one more kind of a larger slip pocket, which is going to give you a little bit more space for a bulkier power brick. So what I currently have here is my lightning cable and brick so that I could charge my tablet and my phone. So a nice variety of pockets spread throughout this main area and on the rest of the sling. I really love how easy it makes it to kind of grab whatever you need. And then a sling of this size is a great option when you're traveling. If you want to toss this into a travel backpack, you can see when it's empty, it flattens down pretty good because of the buckles that it has on the side and the buckle on the front. It's a little bit heavier than maybe some of the other slings that we've looked at. Might take up slightly more space, but it packs down flat enough that I would, be very happy tossing this into something like the Aer Travel Pack 2. And then when I arrive at my destination, I just have a very simple and minimal sling to carry my essentials around on my day-to-day. So really love the overall layout and the form factor of this. And if you're looking for a sling that's gonna offer a very sleek and modern aesthetic with some nice organizational options, this is gonna be a great option to take a look at.
And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the City Collection over the past couple of weeks. You can currently purchase these on Aer's site, starting at about $35 for the split kit, $90 for the City Sling II, and then $150 for the City Pack. And to me, these feel like pretty reasonable prices considering the features and the build quality that they have to offer, and they also compare well to other similar items in these price ranges. And so as I was testing this out, this definitely made me think of a lot of the other great bags that I've seen from Aer recently. As I mentioned in the intro, their active collection is really just great. Between the Fit Pack and the Duffel Pack 3, they had some great updates this year. They include water bottle pockets. They offer a nice amount of organization, and they're fantastic for anybody who needs a gym / kind of tech and work backpack. They have great protection for your tech, simple organizational layouts, the same build quality that we saw on the City Pack, so lots of weather resistance. And if you're looking for that style of bag, then those are going to be some fantastic options to check out. Another option that this made me think of is the Wander Duo Day Pack, which, like this, has a very sleek and kind of techie style, lots of weather resistance. That one is going to be good if you have some camera gear that you need to carry with you. It has an infinite zipper that goes all the way around, so you can easily access it from pretty much any angle, and it has a built-in camera cube, which is really useful, some solid protection for your tech, and a nice organizational layout. The aesthetic on that might not be maybe as professional looking as this, but if you're looking for something that's highly weather resistant, durable, and that's going to hold some of your camera gear, then that's going to be a fantastic alternative to check out. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Evergood CHZ22, which is a really nice, simple, everyday carry bag. The 22-liter capacity can hold an impressive amount considering how simple the bag is. It's just a big bucket of space, and it doesn't have nearly as much organization as this bag here. It just has a few larger pockets, but it has a suspended laptop sleeve and two really impressive external water bottle pockets. So if you're somebody who likes to have those water bottle pockets and you're looking for a style that's a little bit more minimal and not quite as modern looking, and that's gonna maybe work a little bit better in the outdoors, then the CHZ22 is just gonna be a really reliable and solid option to check out. If you're interested in other pouches similar to the split kit, I definitely recommend you check out the Aer Slim pouch, which we referenced a little bit earlier in the video. That's just a great, simple pouch that's gonna have a little bit more organization than this one here. And then I also did a roundup video a while back where I walked through some of my favorite slim organizational pouches, which are particularly good for minimal travel and includes items such as the Bellroy Classic pouch and the Go Ruck Wire Dot. So I definitely recommend you check that out to get some more ideas on how you can kind of build out a modular pouch setup. With that being said, I was really impressed with all the items in the City Collection. They hold up well to the items that I just mentioned. And if you're looking for sleek and durable EDC and tech accessories that are gonna come in at a reasonable price, then these are gonna be fantastic options to check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the City Collection and which one of these items is the most interesting to you. And also, as always, if you have any suggestions for similar items that I should check out, let me know in the comments below. And I want to thank the company again for sending the items for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you found this video helpful, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.